So reverse order.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll do reverse.
Kurado.
I can't even fucking believe this is the same guy that made the movie that we really liked.
It's no cure.
No, it's not.
It is no cure.
And it doesn't have that kind of mystical feel to it, although there is an angle. Did anyone else have
Yes,
order in this?
the angle for this is that Sano's the fucking devil.
Yes. That's great. I mean, it builds. It takes a long time for you to realize this is an
Thanos
allegory.
is his buddy?
Yeah.
Sano's his
the
assistant.
The
His
assistant.
bodyguard, his assistant.
Yeah.
Well, he starts
The one
out as
who
his
saves
little
them.
bodyguard. He starts doing more and more for him and realizes he's
I was
pushing
like,
him.
the synopsis, I don't remember the synopsis saying anything. There's just like this garden variety eBay shithead that manages to turn everybody around him into homicidal maniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
that's the perfect person to get recruited by the fucking devil.
But even though I hated this main character, I didn't feel it warranted the violence that came from him.
No, because
It was completely out of proportion.
Yeah.
Because much like Cure, this movie is about the sort of like just bubbling under the surface tension in Japanese culture where
Sure.
there are these if you don't know, I would not recommend anyone look into it, but there are these stories of crimes that have been committed in Japan in the last 15-ish years that are some of the worst things that you can possibly imagine. And they are all completely out of proportion with what has happened going into them and generally involve large groups of people.
Yeah.
But for the
There
record,
is-
I do think this guy is a major shithead.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a minor shithead.
Yeah. He's actually kind of an amateur shithead.
There's
I don't know.
surprisingly, these two lead characters have something in common, and that is they are just completely like apathetic to or in some way so detached that it makes them despicable, or it makes me despise them.
They're antisocial in the way that
in a way that is so
shame.
It's sort of like at the end of this, how the boss is like, "Will you just the way you are? I can't fucking stand it. And I'm going to kill you."
Right.
Yeah,
And
but
I was sort of like,
but also
yeah.
he murdered his wife and kids. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
was
like
already
that
crazy.
guy.
I
it's not like
recognize
guy
that.
was
We've seen that
hinged.
guy in something else, right?
Yeah,
He looked.
he's. I mean, I don't know if we've seen it as a
I've seen
group,
that dude
but
before.
we've absolutely that dude is a regular character actor.
Dude
in
with a
Japanese.
shotgun.
Yeah, he looked familiar, but
Well,
I thought this movie was bonkers and not in a good way.
it was interesting to watch the evolution of his assistant, who's like a kid, and at first he's
a
just
bumpkin,
sort of
kind of like from the country, right?
he's like yeah,
But he's obviously working
very
for like a
unassuming,
fucking
and yet
cartel.
He just sort of
That's-
edges in.
Well,
That's
so my
how the
question
devil
is-
would present
I
himself
felt
to
like he
you. He would
swooped in on
present
another
himself
movie.
to you as somebody who isn't capable, who
Mhm.
isn't like any of that stuff,
Physically small, non-threatening.
and causes you
Friendly?
to start to rely on him.
But there's
Friendly,
that scene.
absolutely.
There's that scene with him and the guy at the train station, and I mean, he's almost like fucking Yakuza, dude. He's like fucking.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well, but
do you
if
need more? Do you
Sano-
want? And he's like, I got it. Like it's just like,
He shows up with
If Sano
a
is the
bag of
devil, that
guns.
other guy is
Yeah.
gone.
Well, the thing is, in the Western films and stories, this is like a morality story. Usually, at some point, you turn away from God and turn to the devil. And I'm trying to figure out what point in this film where the main character transgresses enough to fall into the devil's kind of thing, because it's really
It's not.
because it, like
no.
the first third of the film is just
I mean,
like
I
this
think
guy trying
right
to use-
away.
I was kind of admiring
Right.
his hustle. I think
I think
kinda-
he's. I think.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
was. I think he was already there at the beginning.
okay.
And
Yeah, I
what
don't-
happens is the devil finds him and
makes
realizes his value.
Uh-huh.
When
and then
he
and then the
moves to
spoiler
country.
alert, he fucking wins.
I got
Well,
a question.
but does he? Because
Does
the,
he?
the,
Oh,
the
so
last
on the
thing
surface.
he says at the end is, "Oh, so this is how you end up in hell."
Right.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that actual last shot was pretty rad. Like
Yeah.
when
And
they're
it's
driving,
and it's
because suddenly, and I think
It's much like
Tad-
the bus. It's much like the bus shot in Cure.
And I think you're right, Tad. You're onto
Kurosawa's
something.
thing is
Yeah.
not, like doves and crosses. It's clouds out of moving vehicle windows.
Well,
Right.
because that final shot is surreal.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right.
It's no longer in the real world.
We're no longer in the
Well,
real
he
world.
uses a vehicle to transport the person away from the
He is. He's
from the
going
physical
into some
plane.
other kind of
Exactly.
fucking world. Some
Although
other
I wish
kind
he'd
of-
like turned a corner and
Hell.
so it's like a little village with guys in devil costumes with the pitchforks and like that.
Kind of like
oh my
He
god!
said something like
Yeah.
you're going to find a thing that
Be literal.
could end the world or something like that.
He said,
No,
You're
just
gonna-
him. Just him.
He said you can have anything that you want, including things that will end the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when he says, I guess I understand how you get to hell now. And that's when the sky turns green.
Yeah, it's like
It's
fucking.
like-
So I now even talking about it, I actually do like that last bit.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it's brings it into this whole different place. Also, honestly, I didn't like the movie overall, but I did like its depiction of violence though, because it was very realistically portrayed in terms of the sounds of the gunshots, like how they got hit.
I thought the last act was good.
Oh, I thought so.
I'm sorry, are we talking about dumbass John Wick?
Yes,
No,
because
I didn't know we were
see,
talking
no.
about dumbass
Hear
John
me
Wick.
out, Chris. Hear me out, Chris. We're so used to the American slick ass fucking John Wick
No,
shit.
these
which
guys
is the
never
extreme,
aim their
but-
guns in the right direction. I'm surprised any of them hit anything.
No, I know. This
Because
is like
none
this
of
is
them
like
missed, so
this
it's
is
all
like
worth
None of them
drunk.
know how to shoot.
This is like drunk Reservoir Dogs. You know, I thought it was very realistic, dude. It was
I
like
don't mean-
Except for
I
the
don't
devil
mean
guy.
dumbass- I don't. Yeah, exactly.
The devil
Yeah.
guy's a
He's the
dead eye.
capable one.
He's
I don't-
competent.
I don't think of I don't say dumbass John Wick as in it's the bad version of John Wick.
Yeah.
I mean it's literal dumbasses trying to do
they're
John
dumbasses
Wick.
trying to be John Wick.
They are.
I agree with
Right.
that 100%.
Yeah.
And I thought that, and so that is my point, is that in that regard, it was very, very realistic.
No,
I think
Because
that's
if a
what
bunch
I'm
of dumbasses were trying to be John Wick, it would look like that. It would be terrible.
Yeah.
It would-
Given, I got a question for you guys because I made an assumption in the first part of the movie that turned out to be wrong. But given that we'd seen one other film by this guy, which had a very supernatural bent to it,
Yeah, topped a lot of lists that year.
so we saw, yeah, it did.
Fantastic.
We see the main character buy all that stuff from that one guy, and then we realize that's his business. He takes it all, he puts it online, and then there's a scene once he's got it all loaded up on his sale page or whatever. He sits really far away from the monitor and watches all the little boxes.
orgasms as it comes in.
Yeah, see, and all those scenes made me hate him so much more. But sorry, continue, John.
But what I was going to say was the way he was staring at it, I was starting to wonder, is he just waiting for these things to sell or is he making it happen?
No, I think he's waiting. I think he's
But at
waiting
the
for-
beginning of the
waiting.
movie, you don't know what the movie's about.
But I think it's sexual. I don't say the word orgasm lightly.
Sure.
Sounds
Yeah,
that he's making.
I'm
in
more on
that
Tad's
scene-
page
I'm
where I
on
think
eBay,
he's
like
like,
somebody that lives on eBay.
that's when he feels alive.
That's
you
how
know,
the
like-
internet works. That's
Right.
the gratification you get from getting things on.
And
the
that's
internet
why,
work.
and that made me
It's like-
hate him even more because
Yeah.
I thought it was despicable how he, like that human interaction was not important to him. It was this.
Yeah.
It's
Jared,
waiting
so
for the-
weird
it-
that you hadn't seen either of these films, and we have this very strong thread of
I know.
the
It was just
internet.
totally coincidence. Totally a coincidence.
It's waiting
Wow,
for the
that's
Twitter.
weird, 'cause it's a strong
waiting for
theme.
the Twitter alert because you posted something and you want the dopamine hit of getting the
Yeah,
little
of like a
one
like.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
next
Exactly
to
right.
the icon. Like
But it's
that's what
just
he's doing.
I used to sell shit in eBay, and you're gonna sell, it goes up. It's really it's like sex. It's really good stuff.
That's
But,
fucking weird.
But also, it's also
I
but these people buying all these counterfeit goods or whatever he's doing. It's also saying that this is like a sickness. People are dumb for buying it. People are dumb. People
yeah.
are no good for
Well,
selling.
yeah,
it.
they're
And
yeah, of
to
course.
Chris's point, it seemed very extreme, the reactions that they got duped and bought some crap on the internet. It's like, you should know better.
But I
Pretty
do
much.
think no, but I do think Tad has a point with like Japanese culture. The respect thing is so much different than America. The
Sure,
like
true.
the sort of like just the way
The
I mean like
losing face and
those
saving
dolls
face
for
thing.
instance. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about a culture that marries like pillows with women on them. Like
Yeah, well, pretty much.
those dolls are
That
probably
doll-
so important, dude.
That
for those
doll
people-
is a representation of a character from a manga called Girl Crush.
Yeah, I bet that
So-
manga is like the most popular. Like they're probably so obsessed with that fucking doll, dude.
Oh, no
Well,
doubt.
those
Well,
guys
they have
were-
a riot after the guy.
Yeah, they have a
said it
riot.
sold
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. But yeah, well, that's just part of the whole thing too. I think there's a lot of social commentary in this film that, I mostly get.
Kurosawa's films are full of social commentary.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's largely what he does as a director.
Right.
Like,
Has anyone seen
the-
Pulse?
yes,
I don't
I've
think I've
seen
seen that one,
Pulse.
no.
Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, I want to watch that one.
This is, to me, this is so I watched this before. This is the second time that I've watched it.
Oh, okay.
And I think this is a lesser film of his, but I still actually ended up enjoying it in Totem, because I think he is doing his shit, which is this version of commentary on Japanese society, spectacularly in
But I
this
couldn't
movie.
root for anyone, not even the girl.
No.
She was so fucking weird.
No.
Oh no, she ends up in a very bad place at the end.
Let's
But also, I didn't
let's talk
understand
about
that
the girl.
either.
Yeah, let's talk about the girl
She's
for one
Barbara
second. What is her
Stanwyck in
objective?
Double
She's
What is her
Barbara
I
agenda?
have no fucking idea. All
She
the way to
says
the
what
end, I
her
have no
objective is.
idea.
Well, her objective is to shop. That's her main
Right.
objective, to go shopping.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in terms of her relationship with Dickhead, what is her real like? At one moment you think she loves him, the next moment
No, she
she's gonna
says it
kill
out
him,
loud.
or
She
she'll
says it out
just-
loud to the assistant guy, and she says, "I'm leaving," and puts her suitcase.
You're not gonna
Yeah,
play
she
the
said it was
passive
fun,
because-
but
No, so no. She first says, "Because I'm bored to shit."
yeah, I'm bored.
And
tell
so-
him it was fun for a little
Yeah,
bit or
tell him
something.
for me, tell him it's fun. But right, she was
But
bored.
then the
to
next
shit.
time she
She's
sees
just one of-
him,
she's
everything's
just-
fine when he's running from the guys with the guns.
She's just
I don't know.
But she's back
because
to
she
just steal
thinks-
his credit cards.
Yeah.
Right, because she thinks she's going to get a piece of it.
Yeah.
And
She's a
like,
superficial, shallow person. That's all.
Right.
That's
So why was he so broken up about it when she got?
And why was she
Well,
so?
who wouldn't be? Come on.
I mean,
She's-
okay, I can
woman-
see that she's shallow and
She's kind
stuff, but at the end, she was going to
Only
shoot
girlfriend
him
he's
for the
ever
credit
had.
cards. Like,
because he
sucks.
thinks because he thinks that she likes him for him,
yeah.
and no one else does.
A last
Right.
shred of attachment to a real human
Right.
inner
Right.
relationship.
which is like what his life was almost.
and it was
void
going
of.
great. So, I
Yeah.
missed you. Come over here. Give me a hug. And all of a sudden, hey, give me your goddamn credit cards. It's like, oh
Right.
shit, I have nothing. Which is probably why he gets in the car with the devil. And it's like, all right,
Right.
I'm done. People are done with me, and I'm done with them. Apparently.
Well, at least that guy
Yeah.
saved his ass.
This is this is turning into one of those movies that I like better during the discussion than I did actually while I was watching.
Yeah, I thought it was
I think I'm right on the fence with this one.
and on execution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it was
definitely a
it was-
lesser movie than Cure.
I'm
it was
with
over.
Chris.
I thought
I'm
it was
on the
overly. I
fence.
thought it was way too long. It was lugubrious. Actually,
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
too
Yeah.
fucking long.
it was too fucking.
So
I
I-
fell asleep. I had to rewatch it today.
I would have I would have actually trimmed a bunch out of Dumbass John Wick. There's too much of that.
Yeah, it
It's
was too,
really
like-
long.
It was
It's
like
really
it was like a
long.
chess
Them
game.
walking
He's over here. He's over
around
here.
and,
Over
like,
there.
yeah,
That up
and
down
it's-
kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
like-
Oh God, really? We're doing the shootout in the warehouse thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least there weren't any birds flying around.
It's always.
But
a
it did.
warehouse,
But it did
though.
feel. It did
didn't
feel.
explode at the end either.
It felt so oddly out of place. It just felt.
yes.
Not- also, that must be.
know.
Spent a lot of time there.
I will say that the best review I saw of this movie is I stumbled onto Letterboxd, and there's a review that just says, if you asked me to pause this movie every 5 minutes and tell you what was going to happen next, I would have been wrong 100% of the time.
That's
I'll give you that.
it is. It is
I will
unexpected.
say
I
I
give you
had
that.
no
I
fucking
like
idea
movies
what was
like
gonna
that.
happen
That's
most
of the
true.
Oh, also this segment here with the hunter guy. It's like,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
that was just
That,
like
that
it was
poor schmuck.
that poor idiot. But the thing is, it's all of a sudden I feel like I was in Pennsylvania for some reason. Like, oh, what y'all doing here? They're the hunters are. Y'all shoot some deer.
Well, every country
in
has their
Japan,
hicks,
like, what
dude.
the fuck?
Right, every country has rednecks. That's
Yes,
just how it
yeah, okay,
works.
good enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's
He
good.
deserved it.
All right,
That's not a great looking movie either.
it's
Not
flat.
really.
Flat.
All earth tone.
Jim.
So I forget when it happened. It may have been when the things were turning red on the screen and he was sitting across. But I came to feel that I sort of had a flashback to Sixth Sense or whatever. I didn't think that Sano existed. I had my doubts about his girlfriend.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
like it's
I
all in his
really-
head.
It's all in his head. Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
at
Oh.
times I just felt like he was the only one who really existed.
It has that feel to it. It's kind of weird, super
That
liminal
would
feel
make
to
as
it.
much sense as
But-
anything else in this fucking movie.
But he wasn't imagining somebody who was actually shooting people in the head in the last one third of the film.
But
so-
if it's all him and not
He just
the other guy,
shoots
If it's all
himself.
if it's all him, then nothing else exists, and who the fuck cares?
yeah.
Yeah.
Tad, you froze up for me.
Well,
My internet connection dropped out. You were about to make your point about what you saw in Letterboxd. Can you just rehash for me?
Oh, I saw a review that said if you asked me to pause this every 5 minutes and tell you what happened next, I would have gotten it 100% wrong.
Which is this is actually how I watched it. I kept pausing
And
every
then
20
Jim-
minutes to go like the bathroom or make a drink.
No,
And-
Jim's
and-
got
and
such an
Jim-
interesting take.
Jim just posited that perhaps the girl and his assistant were never actually real once he moved out to the country. Like it was just him.
It's just him
I
in an
think-
empty warehouse.
I think Kurosawa's too good of a filmmaker to go to that.
Which I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like a double Fight
That's
Club
interesting.
thing.
It made it more enjoyable for me.
Oh, good for you. That's great. That's great. All right. That's it. Show of hands.
I actually
I
liked
thought
it.
maybe you guys are talking me. I'm like right
You know,
fucking here.
Yeah, I'm with Chris.
I'm
Great,
above
great
horizontal,
discussion, post discussion. I like that you guys.
Yeah,
you
I
guys
was.
did
You guys
stuff,
took me from here to here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I
That's
was like
always fun.
definitely like.
Yeah, I was like this,
you
and
got
now
me-
I'm
you
like
got
this.
me here.
But it still, it could be shorter. It was like they had a lot of flaws, but it still was like the end was pretty good. It was pretty good.